Is it in focus? Yeah, right there, boom, locked in. All right, so as you all know, usually I like to review crossover day packs or camera bags or travel packs, and every now and then I throw in a soft-sided briefcase or a messenger bag. But today I have something a little different. It's a bag that it's hard to classify. It's made by Greenroom 136, and it's called their Metrorunner. All right, so let's take a look. A first look. Okay, so the Metrorunner is a pretty small, tidy little bag, as you can see here. It's about 14 inches across, I'd say about 6 to 7 inches tall, and probably only about 4 to 5 inches in depth. So it's not about carrying a whole lot of stuff. This is really something that you would use if you're going out for a quick jaunt. It's not a crossover day pack in any sort of way because there's no possible way you could fit all your stuff that you'd need for work. This, in my mind, is really, I think of it as being like a dog walking bag. It'd be great to put in the poop bags, your phone, your wallet, maybe custom dog treats, maybe treats for yourself. Nothing more than that, but it does it in an exceptionally good way. And basically, it's something that I would never have thought that I would need until I actually got it and realized how useful it actually is. It's not a fanny pack. It's definitely a cross-body bag. I suppose you could use it as a fanny pack, but it's not really designed for that. Plus, fanny packs are totally dorky, and I can't imagine ever... It's hard for me to say fanny pack, much less own a fanny pack. So let's take a look around at this and see what it has to offer. Looking at the front of the bag, you're going to see that it actually has two compartments, a main compartment and this front area. It does have a couple of lash straps on either side, and I'm not sure exactly what you would attach to that, but maybe, I don't know. It really looks cool though, and it could be used for compression if you really want to flatten this thing, but it's not such a big pack to begin with that I feel like it needs to be compressed down. So inside this front compartment here, it has its own depth. It sticks out, I'd say, probably a good inch and a half. So that's really handy because that means it doesn't push into the main compartment of the bag. You'll see that there are 2 pen slots in here. It really is fine for holding a typical Sharpie marker. And then on either side, you can see that there are pockets that are large enough to fit a wallet. You can't fit an iPhone XR in here because it's too tall, even though it looks like it would be perfect to slot it in there. So really it is ideal for putting a wallet in there, a couple of pens, and then you can see there's a hook here for you to put your keys into, and maybe you can stash your keys right in this pocket itself. I was hoping that I'd be able to put my sunglasses in here, but my sunglasses are a bit too tall, and so I can't put them into any of these pockets that are really designed for wallets. And maybe I could toss them inside of a case into the front of this pack, but again, putting your eyeglasses or sunglasses into a case and then into your bag just makes them so much less accessible than I'd want them to be. And by the way, these Ykk Zippers are incredibly stout. They're number 10s. I mean, this is the kind of zipper that you typically find maybe like a duffel bag that you're going to pack with 100 pounds worth of stuff. Okay, so, and they are, even though they don't look like it, these are the water resistant zippers. They don't have that shininess to them, but Patrick promises me that these are the same as the ones that are sold in the US that have sort of the shiny fabric that are obviously more water resistant. Just behind that is the main compartment of the Metrorunner, and you can see that this is divided up a little bit differently. First of all, the actual width of the bottom is a good 3 inches, and so that means the top is also a good 3 inches. So you can store more in here than you may think when you first look at this. And in against the back here, you have a really large pocket. And frankly, this is the perfect size for me to throw my iPhone. This is the XR sized iPhone, so it fits right in there beautifully. Again, another wallet sized pocket just next to it. And then in front, you can see that it has 3 of these wallet sized pockets. And in fact, when I put my sunglasses into here, as long as I tilt them at a slight angle, they will fit into these pockets here. Very nice, as you can see in here. It's got a really high quality nylon, as well as it being Cordura. It's a 1000 denier Cordura. Everything is lined. All the seams are taped. And again, we have a number 10 zipper, YKK zipper, going on here. So it's really stoutly made with some great materials and hardware. It does have a nice little handle here that you can grab onto if you're in a hurry, and it's not exactly cushiony, but it doesn't really need to be. I mean, it really serves its purpose, which is just a quick grab and go. You're not going to be walking around with this thing holding it for very long with the handle here. And then if you take a look at what is going to be against your back, you'll notice that it's got some foam and some mesh here, so it's going to be relatively breathable. It's such a small bag anyway that it's probably not going to get your back all that sweaty to begin with. But you know, we have that nice breathable mesh here. And then you can see here that there are 4 D-rings to which you can attach any number of things, so nice and useful. And then you can see here the shoulder strap. The shoulder strap itself is removable. It's adjustable in size. You can see that the shoulder strap, which inevitably does get pretty sweaty, strangely enough, it does have mesh, and it's got nice stout foam in there to keep its shape. It's not going to twist, and very importantly, it's got a buckle, a quick release buckle here, made by YKK. Again, you know, Patrick doesn't go cheap when it comes to the hardware of this stuff. And that makes it so much easier to take off when you have it on your back. This is something you'd use as a crossbody bag. So let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So when you wear this bag, I wear it over my left shoulder here. And you'll notice here that it goes across the diagonal of my back. Okay, and it's super easy to put these things on, but not so easy to take them off and pull them up all over your head. I inevitably knock my glasses off when I try to take this thing off, which drives me crazy. I'm not sure why it's so much harder to take off than it is to put on. It's kind of like it's easy to put on a shirt and harder to take off. Anyway, having this buckle here, this quick release buckle, makes the job so much easier because you just unclip it and then bring it back together again, put it together, and you're good to go. All right, so that is a nice touch there. At the very bottom of the bag here, there are these little spaces that are held in here by some Velcro. These are 2 separate pockets that are divided in the middle, so it's not a large pocket, separate pockets, and you can, you know, maybe you could put in a set of keys into here. You could put in a credit card or 2, some cash that you want to make sure that you have for emergency purposes can go in there. Maybe a Leatherman tool or something like that would go in there. So it's an interesting thing that you have here. Of course, if you put something in there and it's too 3-dimensional, then this isn't going to sit quite so nicely. The way it does right now, this thing does sit up on its own, which I always find to be very useful when it comes to unpacking things or packing things up, when it can actually sit on its butt like that. So there you go. There's not a whole lot going on here, but it's very well made, and I could just launch right into a full review of this thing, but that would be cheating. So in my the next video, I will definitely do a full review, but you should know that I like this thing a lot. It's surprisingly useful, and I use it more than I thought I would ever use it, especially since we've been in this COVID time and I haven't been commuting to work. All right, folks, check out my other videos, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you feel like it, give this video a thumbs up. See ya.